Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Malachi Cowtipper, going to bring you another game of StarCraft 2, and today my opponent is Grimm, so I'm actually going to have to dive a little bit deep into some saved player games right here, because this is actually a re-recording, and it turns out that my awesome Logitech G930 headset not only gives me great surround sound, great noise cancellation, amazing comfort, and great wireless gameplay, but it also seems to record in 8-track volume. And apparently YouTube doesn't like that. I have not found a way to make that headset, work with, my games that I'm going to be recording, and that's absolutely a shame because I do like the audio pickup that headset has to offer. I do really enjoy how comfortable it is, although I do have to say, just, using my Razer again, I'm really glad I didn't just get rid of it or give it to one of my buddies or anything, because it's definitely a nice headset, and it has its virtues, like the fact that the thing is so freaking light. It's unbelievably comfortable, and, for just a regular analog, headset, the volume quality on it is just really quite incredible, but, it's not quite as good as the Logitech, so I will be using the Logitech to game just because it really does help remove background distractions, and the audio quality on it is just really quite good. So checking this out right now, me and Grimm, if you've been paying attention to the production tab, have been going a nearly identical build. Whatever we've been doing, it seems like one of us is 1 second faster on it than this, someone's faster on that, and it's literally just crazy that we both decided to pretty much go the exact same build as the other person, and it's going to make for really interesting Zerg versus Zerg, because usually what you'll see is, right about this point, one person's going to start to pull away. They'll do a different build than someone else, and that kind of starts that rock, paper, scissors gameplay, where you're never really quite sure what's going to happen. So, checking this out, I decided to go for one more drone than he does. I get my extractor first, and he gets his pool, then his extractor, and my pool is going to come just a little bit later than his, but going over to the income tab right now, we're both 12 out of 12. We're both producing another harvester. He's producing 2, and that's actually going to put him 1 harvester ahead of me, which is definitely not cool. There goes my second harvester, and he's still going to have them on the way, so not cool. The little asshole is 1 harvester ahead of me, but I'm pulling ahead with another harvester right now, so it's pretty much going to be very even back and forth. Going over to the resources right here, Grimm is, 8 gas ahead of me. Not really a big deal. He'll get his speed just, seconds before I'll get mine, depending on how quickly the both of us decide that we're going to micro. Well, not necessarily micro, but how quickly we get our speed. So checking this out right here, because Grimm's pool is done, he will get a faster queen than me. And going over to the income tab right now, I am ahead of him by 1 harvester right now. Going back over to the resources, still neither of us able to get our gas yet, but production-wise says that I supply block myself, so my queen is going to be actually quite a bit delayed. He has lings coming out, he has speed going down, so, I've actually missed the mark on my speed right here, and let's just see how long. There we go. So I'm about 16 gas behind on that end, so his speed's now going to come about 20 seconds before mine. So just checking this out right now, just checking out these early game builds, I had a slip up when it came to my micro, and then I slipped up on my gas. So he is definitely ahead of me in that respect, and his bangling nest goes down, about 7 seconds before me. So right now, the only benefit that I have is that I am 2 drones ahead of him. Now, if we check out the harvester count right now, 15, he's actually going to stop producing harvesters right here. And this is something that's actually very important to keep track of during the game. Now, I'm not sure why he decided to stop producing arbitrarily at 15, but he obviously has a plan that this is the proper amount of drones right here, 12 on minerals, and then 3 on gas, if he's going to go basically for a bangling bust attack on the enemy players. We can see, going to the army tab, he's pumping out quite a few lings, far, far more than me, and in response to that, I will have a better economy than him. You can see I have 15 drones on minerals and 3 on gas, which that's not going to give me too big of an economic lead, but it's just enough, and off of 1 base, you really cannot produce enough lings with that mineral count right there anyway, so that's more than likely why he decided to stop producing. Now, I am able to shoo that Overlord away. I'm not able to kill it, but he does not know that I have a Bangling's Nest, so that did exactly what it was supposed to do. And checking this out right here, I'm morphing 2 Banglings, and he's starting to morph a bunch of them down here. So I'm actually getting ready to send my troops out with my 2 Banglings right now. And right when I go down here, I'm not necessarily too happy to see that he's got, all those Banglings right there. And it turned out that, your Banglings will not auto-target his Banglings just because, they're the only thing left there. And then when they morph, they have full health again. So right now, I'm just trying to send in individual lings to try and, you know, start picking away. And right here, one Bangling is actually going to get both these Lings when it blows up. And pulling my drones away, trying to save my economy, and they're going to detonate, and oh, that is really nasty. That is not cool. So, I am down to 12 when he is at 15, and having the Harvester advantage there for a little bit means that won't hurt me quite so bad, but I really have to decide what I'm going to do. If I cannot play defensively with the Banglings that I'm going to have against what's going to be coming from him, then I'm really going to be in a world of hurt. And just going back over to the production tab right now. Hold on, I'm going to pause this for a second. Weird. I just heard Evanescence for some reason, and I cannot think of any reason why Evanescence would be playing. But anyway, just checking this out right now, I was able to defensively play against his Banglings with my Banglings, and just going to have to see if I can hold this off, because right now he does have the income lead, and it's all going to be about defense. Now, defending with Banglings is far easier than attacking with them, because a lot of times what will happen is your Banglings, they eat as much as you try to, they get clumped up. And the rule of thumb with Banglings is it takes 2 Banglings to kill 1 Bangling. So if he sends in a group of, say a big group of Banglings like this can all be killed by just 2 Banglings. Like right here, just, oh, that's so terrible. God, that's awful. Such a big mistake on my part, and I have 1 more left back over here. And just watching these guys come in, I've got to be so careful right now that these Banglings do not get into my Harvester line. I actually sent in Lings just so those Banglings would detonate. And as we can see, you know, it's just such a back and forth. I really did not do a good job at microing my own Banglings right there. And I said 2 Banglings to kill an entire group of Banglings. So that's really where you have to be careful. And he's deciding to morph more Banglings over here by the Xel'Naga. Great control, I really like that. And sending in my line of Banglings, I'm going to break off 2 over here, like I said, rule of 2. And try to move in with these guys. And then see... snap, and one of his still manages to get away. What I'm doing, I've got a line of 4 Banglings, and I have 2 more back here. So the idea behind these Banglings is they're basically suicide Banglings. Just suicide Banglings, that's awesome. I sent them in the beeline straight for the base. I was going to force him to attack them with his own Zerglings because his Banglings would not be able to catch them. And if he decided not to commit to it, I was going to commit to blowing up his drones. So, going back to this, I produced 1 Harvester, and what I'm trying to do here is not only hold off his attack, I can see that he has not expanded yet. My one fear is that he's been droning while he's been doing this, and, you know, he's already teching into lair, and I'm just so far behind because of that first hit that he managed to get off of me. But he's actually not doing that, which is really good as far as I'm concerned, and I'm able to micro away from that 1 Bangling right there, take control of the Xel'Naga, and now I'm going to try to take this game back over to him. As we can see, morphing so many Banglings, and it's not always about the number of Banglings, but just how well placed your Banglings happen to be. So, you can see right here, he's trying to pick off, you know, send individual Zerglings at the Banglings. That's really the most cost-effective way to try to take them out. These Zerglings over here, just trying to stop and delay those Banglings. But checking this out, 3 of my units are going to get into his base. This Zergling distracting the Queen just long enough, and if I can get in here, make a big explosion, and that was the money shot right there. Lots of workers dying. 9 Harvesters left over my 18. So now the Harvester count is really favoring me, and while I was doing that attack, I was droning while doing that. So right now he's producing more drones, sacrificing larvae, and I'm producing more Lings and more Banglings. And this is just going to be a continuous back and forth like this, and this ZVZ is so crazy. He knows the rule of 2 just like I do. He's sending in 2 of them at a time, hoping to blow up an entire pack of them. We check out our APMs, you know, neither of us are pro players, and right there, 2 Banglings to kill 2 Banglings. That's how it works. Both of us running pretty high APMs, you know, for not being pro-level players, and it's absolutely necessary that you're able to do that in this type of game. And going back to the income tab, he's got, you know, 1 extra Harvester right there. So, I mean, it's right around that 15, 16 Harvester mark that he's stopping. And if we check out his mineral patches, they're averaging, you know, between 600 and 700. Looking at mine, you know, actually, maybe not such a good example. You know, we're both pretty even as far as what we've harvested, but I'm actually deciding to throw down an expansion. I'm feeling comfortable enough, especially now that I've been in his base and I've seen that he is not doing anything, you know, too uber tricky, that spacing out my troops, got the Bangling spread right here. And if we check this out, I've got two groups hotkeyed that I can instantly pull off a group of 2. And if I can get this expansion up before he can get his up and running, I'll be able to win this game, because then I'll be able to just drastically outproduce him and